Oh man, it said it couldn't see me there for a second, and then it said I'm live, and here we are. Facebook, YouTube, it's the Cobbin family. We are coming to you live Monday through Friday, whether it's just me, whether we have Courtney, which is my wife, or we have Danielle, Stephanie, whoever. We're gonna bring different people in so we can get a chance to talk about relationships, family, co-parenting, and today bonus parenting. So if that's it, something you're interested in, bonus parenting, parenting of twins, you're in the right place today. Just a little bit about us. I say we've been married for about 6 years, roughly. We have twins that are almost 2 years old. But before we get to all the highlights and great things that we have going on right now, I did want to tell you a little bit about the story building up to now. Courtney has been in my life since 2003. So she's been a part of my life from the inception of Danielle. When I found out about Danielle, Courtney found out about Danielle. When I found out about Emily, Courtney found out about Emily. So there's a lot of different stories and struggles throughout the years. And I know for a fact that a few people on YouTube, a few people on Facebook have asked, what was it like dealing with me for those 8 years where I was just woo till now? Specifically in regards to Danielle's life and the things with her. That's a little bit about some of the things that we went through to get to where we are right now. And I just want to start right there. What was it like dealing with me from a parenting perspective for the first 8 years of Danielle's life?
I think really it was more of just kind of pushing you to, kind of take that role. And, you were kind of hesitant. We were both still young, and so you were wanting to, get out there, and you knew that she was taken care of. She had her mother, she had a father figure around. At that point, Stephanie was actually getting married to Lonnie at that time. So, I think that you just needed that time and that maturity. And I was there just to support you when you were ready. Really is kind of what it boiled down to is, I wanted to be in Danielle's life. Like you said, I knew about her from inception. And so, I wanted to, that's part of our family, and so it felt like there was a missing piece and wanted to always make sure that Danielle was included on anything. So, I was excited when, rolled around and it, ended up and everyone was wanting to come together and kind of get to know Danielle, her mom, our side. And so, I think that just kind of dealing with you, it was more of just kind of supporting you and being there for you. It wasn't, it was just kind of being there when you were ready, and just kind of being present.
Took me a while. Took me a little time, but I did. And the reason why I believe is because we all have this well-being that's a stream underlying, and when we tap into that well-being, things change. But until we tap into that well-being, we're all over the place. Yeah. For some reason in my head, when you were just talking, for some reason, it came to my head, I have a daughter that's 3 months older than Danielle. And that's what I believe really helps me in the co-parenting department, is the fact that I have 2 daughters that are not very far apart, and the co-parenting situations are 100% different. Something I thought to ask was the first time with Emily and Kaylin at the rodeo. So Emily is the older daughter, Kaylin is the older mother. Not always been a beautiful situation. Remember when I threw you into that one?
Yes, he has a habit of throwing me into things. With your family and cooking, with, Emily, when you're talking about specifically at the rodeo, I think that was the first time that he gave, he handed Emily over to me to hold her. And so we're in like a studio, what was it? It was kind of like a private suite. And, so I was holding her and I could just see there was a mirror right here. And I could see through the mirror, Kaylin was just kind of just staring at me through the mirror, but I really just wanted to appreciate it, experience and enjoy the first time getting to hold Danny's daughter. I was embracing her like she was going to be my own. So, I wanted to be able, if she's there and she's been born, I want to be a part of that. And so, from day one, that's always been it always feels like a missing link if you don't have everybody together. But what I've learned from Danny is you can't push it. So I've learned to be patient. I want to do it now, and I want to be involved, and I want to be, supportive in their lives. But he's taught me that I need to step back and just breathe.
Y'all saw me just take a deep breath there because I'm learning new information about Courtney through our conversation right now. I know a few people were saying that they couldn't hear us. Hopefully we got the sound thing fixed. Hello, Rand and Nana. Ooh, we got a love everybody in here today. I know we talked, that was a little bit about Kaylin and the situation there. What was it like dealing with my mom? I know you weren't dealing with her, but what was it like dealing with my mom in regards to seeing grandbabies? Was that a
just as much as I was probably telling you, we need to try to see Danielle. Your great grand, your mom was, I want to see her, and just she wouldn't stop talking about it, and to me, I understand, but it just wasn't time. We weren't at that space. We weren't, ready. And so, I listened and, but I really didn't have much to say back to her, besides listening. Yeah.
I just want to point out something that she said just now is it wasn't time. We weren't ready. What she means by that in my mind is it doesn't matter where you are in your parenting situation. If it's a co-parenting situation, it doesn't matter if you're 10 years in. It doesn't matter if you're 5 years in. That whenever the other person is ready, you want to be as a parent as ready as you can be. I told a story a few days ago about Aria pooping at the park and staying ready with a diaper bag so that you never have to worry about, oh, there's poop, let me change your diaper at the house 20 minutes away. So in that same way, you don't want there to be poop sitting out whenever the other parent is ready. And what Stephanie did really well, and what I think Courtney's done really well, is been there every step of the way as a piece of grounding unit, or I don't know, don't get attached to the words there, but there, so that whenever I was ready to jump, whenever I was ready to go, that base was there and ready for me to take that leap. And if that base was not ready now, wasn't ready whenever it was ready, then me and her, we wouldn't be married for 6 years and consistently not trying to find new ways to be better at loving each other, but just like naturally falling more into love. When you say that, I don't want to speak for you on that.
No, yeah, that's something that a relationship you have to continually work for. It's not going to always be easy, but it's always going to be worth it. Yes. And so, if you want to have something good come out of it, then you have to put in the work. And, I think what was interesting, what I just learned about, from Danielle is, talking about kind of when we were all ready, her 8th birthday present is what I found out was meeting her dad, meeting his side of the family, kind of getting to know a little bit more of, her Black side and just kind of understanding where she came from, when she's with her family and all her siblings are, not the same color as her. And, so I think she was ready, which got her mom ready, and we were sitting there ready and, waiting to receive her. And I think that's when we went to Florida. So it gives me chill bumps, actually.
I can see them. I actually see them.
Right now, just kind of thinking about it, it just kind of all lined up to where we were all in the right space, and we are continuing to develop that relationship, and we don't get to see her as much as we'd like to, but we're involved as much as we can, and you maybe even might be able to get to see her more now that she's a little bit closer. We're not way far away.
Super excited about that specifically. Danielle, came to my mind, hey Danielle, what if we, after our conversation the other day where she was like, yeah, one of the things we like to do is hike. I was like, yo, what if, since she's closer, I go up there once a month and we go hiking together? And she was like, that'd be really cool. So like, I did not foresee them moving to from Florida to
Colorado.
Colorado. I did not foresee that, right? But now that she has moved closer, it opens up doors that we can just walk through. That doesn't mean any of it's easy. Like, hey, Danielle, I need you to get up at 7:30 tomorrow so that you can be on the live with me. She's like, so maybe we will see her tomorrow. She's slated for tomorrow, but who knows? We'll see. I'm a challenger to be here. But hey, Jody, it's good to see you. Thank you for dropping in. Rand, like I said, thank you for dropping in. If there's any questions, if you have any questions for Courtney while we have her here, by all means, ask away. We're going to be here for another 2 minutes, just sharing our story. I know that we have a co-parenting course coming up.
Yep.
And a really big aspect to co-parenting is we call them bonus parents, which is you, which is Lonnie, who I'm going to have to say stepped up big over the course of the last 14, 15, 16 years. And I mean, from the standpoint of what Lonnie had to do to get to be involved in a situation where they get married and then he has a mixed child out the door. So he had to go through a lot. Courtney's had to go through a lot because she's seen several situations brew up and stir up over the course of time. That is something that we will be talking about in the course. There will be a Courtney day. She doesn't know that yet, but there is a Courtney day. There will be a Danielle day.
See how he likes to put me in those positions.
Just show up to what shows up. Like, this is gonna sound super crazy, but I oftentimes tell people, hey, be like the sky. What do you mean be like the sky? Well, what the sky does, oh, I got that alarm. I don't know why I still have that. Send you to work. Oh, it's time for Courtney to go to work. Yeah, sky story real quick. So the sky does not care who it rains on, R-A-I-N. So if it's raining on fertile ground, cool. If it's raining on rocky ground, cool. If it's raining on someone's head, cool. But what it does is it rains. It just does its thing. And then when the sun comes out, there's the sun. It doesn't complain about, oh, the rain's gone. It doesn't complain about the sun being gone. So if we could just do that, that's the one thing for today. Be like the sky. Just rain. R-A-I-N. Rain. Thank y'all very much. Any last comments? Anything you'd like to say to them before we get out of here? I think you gotta go to work.
I would just say, as the bonus parent, that's something that for me, it's just, and I feel like that's a parent in general. You set yourself aside, you put your kids first, and there's no difference. With Danielle, you put your kids first, and then you go from there. You love and you lead with that.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. To end on that, hey, y'all have a great day. Be more you, and we will see y'all next time. Thank y'all.
Bye.